make money without a job? How do you start a business in 2014 with no cash? Hold on for just a second. I'm going to drop that knowledge. I'm going to let you know everything that I know about that subject in just a minute. Alright, be sure to get my free audiobook, The Hustler's Mindset, Pimping Your Mind for Success. And there's two things. Actually, that was four, but it's really two. The deal is the 50 laws of hustling, law 1 through 14, are done. Still beta phase, but I'm opening that up. That's below. That's a special deal. I'm opening up a special workshop for that. So if you're on the email list, you already know about it. If not, get on the email list. Also, it's garage sale season, pre-season. For most of the country, garage sale season is literally around the corner. 60 days away. Get ready now. Get my book, How to Make $1,000 to $2,000 at your next garage sale. The book will help you buying, and it'll help you on the selling tip. And with that, I'm going to drop what you want to hear, because this is exactly what I do to make a living. Here's the question. How do you start a business with no money in 2014? I'm going to tell you. Start an internet business. And I know before you're going like, oh, that's just really, really easy. No, I'm going to really give you some magic jelly beans. Psych, no magic jelly beans. In 2009, July 17th, I took my first step in starting my internet business. Internet business that I currently run right now. Literally changed my life. The money did not come for many months after I started the business. That is the problem that many of you yard rats have an issue with. If I work today, I need to have money today. If I don't have money today, I will not work today. You are short-sighting, you're just shortchanging yourself. You're shortchanging yourself because there's something called sweat equity, and there's also something that's really, really pivotal that happens when you start a business. You get information that you would not get if you don't start a business. My goal in 2009, July 17th, wrote it down. I want to write one book. I want to make $50,000, and I thought I was going to sell it to a publisher. What happened was, what happened was when the one-legged man walked into the bar, well, you'll have to wait on that, is I jumped into this pool of information, business, fuck-ups that I had no earthly knowledge would happen. There was so many things that went on that I was totally unprepared for. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing because I ended up writing 13 more books. The goal was to write one and then write some mystery book. If I did not start that business, I would have never gotten those lessons. There are many of you who are sitting on the fence like, am I going to get started? Maybe next year, maybe when I get my tax return, maybe when the kids are older, maybe. You are not going to do it. Unless you get started, you are missing out. So how do you start a business in 2014 with no money? You fucking get started. That's it. That's the magic jelly bean. I know some of you are going, what? Wait a minute. I thought you were going to like pull out like a magical chinchilla or something. No. Get started. Fuck up and fail. Because one of my best-selling books, Pimping Craigslist for Fun and Profit, I had no intention of writing that book. It came from a webinar. I was on a webinar, one of the first webinars I ever did, talking about storage auctions, and I said Craigslist is a great outlet for storage auction stuff. And people are like, well, really? Because, in my main book, Making Money A to Z with Self-Storage Unit Auctions, it was just like just a little bit. I gave, what I thought was enough to get people to start it. And then people were like, hey, I would really like another book about Craigslist. So I wrote it. And for a while, that book was actually doing better than the storage auction book. Now, this is the thing. That book took me a week to write. I learned so much from writing that first book and that second book and that third book. And there's some books I wrote that I didn't put out because they were not applicable to what was going on. Because by the time I was writing them, the conditions changed. It made no sense. And I still have people who want that eBay book, you know, eBay, the Black Ops edition. That shit will get you kicked off just like that. You can't do that. You just can't, like, putting your URL in text on your photos. Oh, I did that shit for years. They didn't even know what was hitting them. So understand, if you want to start a business, you have to really concentrate on getting started. Because the first reiteration of your business may not be the final product. I did not see the Hustler's Mindset project coming. I didn't see this YouTube channel growing to almost 3 million views. Probably would be there before the end of the month. I didn't see damn near 10,000 subscribers. I didn't see selling 15,000 books. I didn't see none of that when I got started. What happened was, when I got started, I jumped into the deep end of the pool. And in the deep end of the pool, two things happen. You either swim or you sink. And I'm not a sinker. You know, all this body fat, you know, it kind of makes me float a little bit, just a little bit. But as I got in, I got deeper and deeper and deeper, and something happened. It was like, I can really make it in this environment. Because that's another thing that many of you are scared about. Leaving your weekly paycheck, and I'm not advising you to quit your job and start a business. There are people on this channel who can testify that I actually talked them out of quitting their jobs to go do storage auctions full time. There's several people. I was like, no. You have health insurance, you have benefits, and that wife of yours is probably going to bitch slap you. You quit your job to do this. It's a learning process. When I got in the storage auction business, I had another business. I was accustomed to not getting paid every week. So I went in with a different mindset. Actually, the storage auction business got me paid quicker than my office furniture business. I mean, cash flow was much faster, but I was already predisposed to business. And you're not going to get predisposed to business like, I'm going to sit on the fence until conditions get better. Conditions are not going to get better, bitch. Conditions are going to get more murky, more disruptive, more crazy. The conditions are not going to get better. You have to make conditions better. Because if you don't make conditions better, you're going to be 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, 90 years old, sitting wherever you may be sitting at that point in your life going, what the fuck happened? Where's my pretty girlfriend? Where are the grandkids? Where's the American dream? Fuck. I mean, you're going to be that motherfucker. Because your habits, and this is something I told a friend today, because he was like really busy and she wants to get married. And I said, look, your life is too fucking jam-packed for you to meet anybody of substance. No dude. She's like, no, I disagree. If I meet the right dude, I'll make the time. No, the fuck you will not. You are a creature of habits. If you have a habit of not going out there and starting businesses or not taking risk, you will continue to nourish that habit. That's why a lot of people who are like super busy can't find anybody, because they don't make room for people to enter their lives. You have not made room for your business idea to start, because I have friends been on for years and they're finally starting these businesses because they made the choice to start the business. Because, you know, I'll tell you, Conundrum Publishing, 2009. And the thing is, you know, everyone's talking about all this silly stuff like, you know, because I'm just going to incorporate what I'm doing this year. And you're like, well, you should get... No. I'm selling books. I'm selling books. I didn't have a warehouse. I didn't have employees. I didn't have none of that stuff. That's one of the silly Jedi mind tricks that you play on yourself before you validate your business, before you incorporate, before you do any of this silly stuff, even before you get some fucking business cards. You need to learn if what you have will fucking sell. You need to get your first coin. You need to get that first sale, that second sale, that third sale. That is the sustainability model. That if you present your service, you present your product, and someone says, here's cash or my credit card, that's sustainable. All that other stuff is just fucking theory until you take it out of the theory room and put it in the real world, and the real world either goes boo or bravo, bravo, throwing roses at your ass, bravo. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So how do you start a business in 2014? You fucking get started. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's thumping tails on donkeys. There might be a market for it. You won't know until you get it. And like, okay, you're laughing, right? You're laughing like, Glendon lost his damn mind. You're laughing. But see, this is the thing. By that guy, the Sherpa, he's out in that field, and he's thumping donkey tails, and then he's looking down, and he's like, oh, damn, there's this valuable ore, and it's literally all over the ground. And then he's like, he stops thumping those donkey tails. Next thing you know, he's up on his fucking yacht because he recognized that this ore, because no one wanted to go out there and thump those donkey tails. They're like, I ain't doing that. And the donkeys needed their tails thumped, okay? Because it makes them feel good about themselves. They were feeling some kind of way before they got those tails thumped. So the Sherpa, he's thumping tails. He looked down and he literally saw money on the ground. But if he wasn't out there thumping donkey tails, he never would have saw the ore. You have to get involved with something. Start anything, and it'll lead you down the path to something else. Maybe something better, something greater. It's like that, and that's the way it is. And for those Run DMC fans, you know what I'm talking about. Because I see so many people who are afraid to step out on action, who are afraid to do something different, do something new, set themselves up for success because they're afraid of failure. Failure is a part of life. Every time when you were a little bitty baby and you got from crawling and you started pulling up on stuff and walk, for weeks you failed at walking. But you were like, I'm going to get my big-headed ass up here and I'm going to walk because I'm going to strut. Because no one told you you weren't supposed to win. You just kept doing it and you kept doing it and you kept doing it. And one day you were walking, then another day you were running. And that's how business works. So as you are out there in YouTube land, or there's some people out there in YouTube land, and there's some people who are living in scaredlittlebitchville.com. It's a .com, it's zip code 000 because there are no returns and there's no dividends in Scared Little Bitchville. There's a whole bunch of and there's a lot of and I didn't get my damn jelly beans and I ain't getting no pussy. I mean, there's a whole bunch of wanting and hurting and all kind of crazy shit in Scared Little Bitchville. Don't be a resident of Scared Little Bitchville. I'm telling you, the benefits, the property taxes are entirely too high. The street service, municipal services, just garbage, man. Just garbage. Do not become a... And if you are in Scared Little Bitchville, understand you can get out. You just open the door to your residence in Scared Little Bitchville and just open it, start walking, and walk through that door, go down the stairs, get on the street, and walk the fuck out of there. That's it. Because if you stay in there, you're going to be that 90-year-old, what the fuck? That's going to be you. And a lot of people talk about, Glendon, you put up this stuff, you're not free. I am full of fear. I have fear.